Hi Leo, Jessica here with Cardinal Signs. Welcome to your decision reading for mid-August through to mid-September. So this is for those of you who are dealing with Two of Swords energy. So you have a choice to make, but you need more information in order to proceed forward with confidence and clarity. I've already shuffled the cards, so what I need you to do at this point is to focus on your situation, assign one of your options or choices to be represented by path 1 and the other to be represented by path 2. We'll cut the deck and we'll get on with your reading. Okay, so for Leo, overall energy for path 1. We have the Queen of Pentacles flowering. Two things to consider about this path. We have trust, which is the Page of Cups. And we have the Six of Wands, success. Where this path could lead you if you chose to go down it. Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands, traveling. Very nice. Okay. There's a feeling with this card, I'm feeling contentment and serenity. That's the energy coming up here. You may be at peace with your situation. This path might feel very safe to you. For others of you, you might be dealing with someone, this Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. It could be male or female. She's very calm. She's got a plan. Is not overly forceful about the plan, but kind of goes with it. And that could be your energy as well. Now we have trust and we have the Six of Wands. There's a feeling, and because it's paired with these three cards, sometimes this could be a frightening energy, having to kind of, it's almost like the Fool, where you're kind of like stepping off that cliff, and you're not sure what's going to be waiting for you at the bottom. But paired with these cards here, there's just a feeling of calm exhilaration. It's not really rocking your world too much. You have this inner knowing that everything is going to be just fine, and you've set yourself up in such a way that you have more control over the situation than you might think, given the way that this looks. So you may have looked ahead and arranged things in such a way that you've set yourself up for success, and you're quite confident that you're going to be successful. If you've been doubting yourself, then here it is. If you've been feeling unsettled, if you've been feeling ungrounded, here it is. It's coming in, that feeling of stability and groundedness, and you coming out as a winner. Now, where this path could lead you, we have going with the flow, which again is talking about this quality of energy here, where it's very easygoing. It just rolls with the punches. Everything seems to just flow very naturally. There's a lot of abundance here as well. This could be material abundance, money, job opportunities, that kind of thing. There may be some traveling. You may be called to travel or relocate. And again, this would be you being willing to go where the tide brings you, where it is that you are being called to go. Or focus on communication here with the Eight of Wands, perhaps. If you go down this path and you feel that things are a little bit murky or cloudy, because we do have a little bit of cloud cover here on this path, you still have this very easygoing, relaxed attitude, and you just know that if you wait and don't get too fazed by it, It's all going to clear up. It's like you have this trust that things are just going to work out perfectly fine. This is a beautiful path. Now for path 2, we have the Sun. Beautiful. Innocence. 2 things to consider. King of Swords, control, and beyond illusion. This is the Judgment card. And where this path could lead you if you chose to go down it. We have Transformation, which is the Death card. And we have the Chariot, awareness. Really big energies coming in here for path 2, Leo. We've got 4 out of 5 major arcana cards. So very, very powerful, intense energies coming in. This is telling me that there's not a lot of wiggle room. This might be a problem because the energy that you're coming in here with this path is that of control. So this might be a frustrating path for some of you. If you want things to be a particular way, the energy is good, so you don't have to worry about that, but it's more of a lack of wiggle room, which is going to bother you if you want the control to change things. There's a lot more room for change within the minor arcana cards. Major arcana cards are not set in stone, but they're a lot more visible and hard hitting. You know, their presence is quite well known, like very strongly felt within the situation. Overall, looking at the situation, we have the Sun, so you really can't worry about it too much because you have this beautiful optimism coming in here. This is a wonderful blessing. Things are going to feel very good about this situation. Good omen for sure. And we've already talked about this. This could just be an energy. It could be you. It could be somebody around you who has a hand in this path. Very opposite energy from what we're feeling in path 1. Path 1 is all about going with the flow, easy does it, no big deal attitude. What comes, comes. This one is a lot more solid, rigid. I want things this way. But I think you would be wise in this case to adopt more of this feeling, more of this attitude, if you were to pursue this path, because I think it would serve you a lot better. This can be speaking about the difficulty that you'll have in making this choice. There may still be a lot that you don't know or don't understand about this pathway. We have our eyes closed, at least I think, yes. Eyes closed in both of these pictures. There's this sense here that you might not be willing to see something. Or maybe it just hasn't happened yet, so you can't see everything that's going on. So just be aware of that. If you tend to be one who closes your eyes to things, and perhaps it's blinding, perhaps it's so glaringly obvious or huge, staring you in your face like the sun, impossible to miss. Perhaps it's something that's always there and you take it for granted, like the sun. And it's not until you have a week of rain that you really start to realize how much you appreciate the sun, or you appreciate what's in your life that is being represented by the sun. Something that you may have taken for granted, but it's really a beautiful blessing that we have to be thankful for. So I see the need for you to open up and be receptive. I want you to draw more on this kind of cup energy where you're allowing rather than trying to control and dominate. Everything has its place, so your particular situation maybe requires a little bit more of a heavy hand. You'll know best. Now, where this is leading you, we have this massive transformation going on here. This is a significant change in circumstances. This may, again, we have two traveling cards. Both of these speaking to a potential relocation, both of these paths. For some of you, it may be a matter of where, not so much if you're going to relocate, but more so, yes, I am. Am I going to go here or am I going to go here? That kind of thing. So this is fairly significant. For some of you, you are kind of shedding an old skin, I feel. If we take a look at this card, we're drawing back the curtain, and it's almost like this beautiful cleansing rebirth. And that goes really nicely with the death card, like a rebirth, a transformation, where we're stepping into a new version of ourselves that is very fresh. Perhaps even youthful. We can see we're actually revealing a child here. So maybe you're bringing on perspectives that are very youthful, perhaps thinking in ways that you might have thought a long time ago when you were much younger. Kind of bringing out that innocent optimism of youth, which is really nice. It's a nice transformation, a nice change from this more rigid energy. It's very refreshing. So I'm going to pull 2 additional cards here for you, Leo, just to get some additional insight. So what else does Leo need to know about path 1? Oh, I guess I'm going to pull 3 cards for you. So we have Shadow Self, Kindred Spirits, and Beauty. So this is for path 1. This is interesting. It's interesting that Shadow Self came up here because looking at this path, it feels very light and buoyant, but perhaps this is new for you, this kind of letting go and going with the flow and just trusting in the process. Perhaps that's new for you and therefore challenging and difficult, but I see you being so successful at it. If that's not your norm, if just kind of rolling with it is challenging for you, I see that being very coming to you naturally, even if it doesn't usually. So something's changing here. And we've got Beauty and we've got Kindred Spirits. So you may have this could be this queen coming in here who would be a kindred spirit to you. Some relationship is going to play a strong role in this path where the other person is really going to help guide you and perhaps inspire you. Maybe they are the one who is a role model for you in how they approach life and kind of have a more open and allowing way of dealing with things. Perhaps you're the one who is inspiring someone else who's going through a struggle because you have a wonderful way of seeing the beauty in the situation. Overall, very nice. Can't go wrong with this. Let's see what's going on with path 2, Leo. What else does Leo need to know about path 2? Additional guidance. What's this one? Compassion. Definitely. So, as I said, I think there's going to be a power struggle here, and most likely this is an internal power struggle where you are trying to come to terms with the fact that you can't control everything going on in your life. We all have more control than we realize, but it's important to recognize when the circumstances are just beyond us and that we are being called to go somewhere, and we just need to follow that call, that guidance. So this is you kind of down on your knees, either figuratively or literally, begging for help, begging for compassion, perhaps, to kind of ease that burden and lighten that struggle that you're going through within yourself, and that will be granted. You can always ask if you're going through something that is very challenging and difficult for you. You can ask either to speed things up so that you can get through it more quickly, or to slow things down so that you are able to work through it in a gentler way. If that sounds weird, think of a Band-Aid. Like, are you the kind that likes to just rip it off, or do you just slowly peel it off? That's where your control comes in. You can ask to alter the way that you're going to experience something. You may have to experience it no matter what, but you can change the way that you experience it. I hope that made sense to you. But you will be receiving that compassion will be granted to you. So of course I can't make the choice for you, Leo. These feel like very, there's similarities in the outcome, right? I feel like there's definitely some travel or relocation for some of you. But other than that, they seem very, very different, these two paths. So everyone has a unique situation. So it's going to be up to you to kind of pull the truths that have resonated with you and what was said here today. And I hope that something did resonate with you. So thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Enjoy the rest of the month of August, and I will see you again in September. Bye, Leo.